We're going to build a program that's going to explain function scope. Let's create a file called function scope. So I created a test variable called you can see me. So I created a function that also has a variable called test variable. Actually, it should be test var. Now we're going to print without calling the function to see what our program is going to see. Our program right now is seeing you can see me. Now, if we call in the function, now you can't see me. So the scope of this function here can get this variable, and you can actually change the value of this variable inside of this function. This function right here on top will be considered a global variable. So any function that is written inside of this program will have access to this test variable. But this test variable can also be changed inside of a function. So any other function that you may have inside of this variable can also change it. You can also have something like def test again. So this is a nested function, and this nested function has access to this variable and this variable, and it can change the variable's value. This variable here has no access to this, and this has no access to this. So this is how it works. This here will be considered a global variable for this function here, and this here would be considered a global variable for this function here. But inside a function, this would be considered a local variable for this, a local variable and a global variable for everybody. So this is the basic of a function scope. If you want to get a certain data, you can either have it global or you can have it inside a local function if needed.